We begin with a seemingly peaceful planet, yet a First Order ship is stationary above it. Zooming in, we come to a picturesque town square that is filled with a disturbing silence. Suddenly, blaster fire erupts. Poe Dameron, leading a small squad of resistance fighters, charges from cover, firing his blaster. Chewbacca, who's standing right beside him, roaring and blasting with his bowcaster and sending Star Troopers scattering, makes the move for the rest of the squad to follow suit. Civilians are seen diving for cover, highlighting the conflict tearing the planet apart. As the battle rages, the First Order begins to push back. A line of stormtroopers with an AT-ST and riot control squad begin to lay down heavy fire, pinning down the resistance fighters. They seem to be gaining the upper hand, making the resistance initial charge difficult. Just as the resistance seems to falter, Poe and Chewbacca look up to see a familiar-looking transport ship descend from the sky, kicking up dust and breaking the attack. The ramp lowers, and General Leia Organa stands tall at the top. With a look of unwavering resolve, she stoically ignites her blue lightsaber, casting a brilliant glow on her face and the surrounding dust. Lando Calrissian follows right behind her, a confident smirk on his face, as more well-armed resistance fighters pour out, ready to make the final push. With the reinforcements, the tide turns decisively. Leia, commanding with calm authority, directs her new forces. Lando, leading a squad of his own, fights alongside them with his characteristic flair. Poe and Chewie, reinvigorated, redouble their efforts and begin pushing the First Order back systematically. Overwhelmed and outmaneuvered, the remaining First Order forces drop their weapons, raising their hands in surrender. Some resistance fighters move in to secure them, while others tend to any wounded. The battle noise begins to die down and is replaced by the sounds of hard-earned victory. Inside a makeshift interrogation area, Leia stands in front of a commander of the First Order. Her expression is stern and unyielding as she questions him. She begins to ask what the Supreme Leader's plans are. In another part of the galaxy, the Supremacy hovers over a mining planet as it gathers materials. Inside a sleek, stark training room, violent hums and clashes of a lightsaber can be heard. Rey, now with noticeably longer hair and a physique that is more muscular and toned, moves with predatory grace as she wields a new double-bladed red lightsaber. The blade hums menacingly as she performs advanced, powerful maneuvers far beyond her previous capabilities. As Rey completes her final, impactful move, the red blades retract with a hiss. As she cools down, a rigid First Order officer enters the training room, standing at attention. The officer looks slightly intimidated, but proceeds to tell her that the Supreme Leader has summoned her. Making her way through the Supremacy, she finally arrives at the throne room. The lighting is dark and dramatic, emphasizing the power of the throne. Kylo Ren is revealed seated on his throne. His appearance is more severe. His expression is stoic yet vile, and his eyes are distinctly Sith yellow, glowing with dark side corruption. The air around him feels heavy and cold. Kylo Ren rises, his presence dominating the room. He gestures grandly at a holographic projection of ancient symbols. He explains his ambition to recreate the Sith Empire. His voice is cold and unsympathetic as he outlines his vision. Rey listens intently. Her expression is serious, though she has a twitch of conflict about this plan. However, she hides it well. Kylo Ren turns to Rey, his glowing eyes fixated on her. He tasks her with a crucial mission. There is a map on Mustafar that leads to Korriban, the ancient Sith homeworld. You will retrieve it. Consider this a test after a year of training. Rey gives him a curt nod of acknowledgement, her posture indicating readiness for the task. In her quarters, Rey gathers her gear for the Mustafar mission. The fierce confidence from her training and interaction with Kylo Ren drops away for a moment. Her gaze becomes distant, softened by a flicker of longing and regret. Thoughts of Finn flood her mind. Gazing out into the vastness of space, she wonders silently how he is. Out in the Outer Rim, on the remote swamp planet of Dagobah, during the early morning of the planet's dry season, a young yet incredibly fit and focused figure is seen running, jumping, and navigating the treacherous terrain with great agility. Jumping on top of a high branch to view the sunrise, Finn, now brandishing a Padawan braid trailing from behind his ear and traditional Jedi robes, looks out to the horizon. Jumping down from his epic view, Finn pauses during his training, leaping on to a high root and begins to meditate. Surrounding him, subtly, shimmering and translucent, are the Force ghosts of Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano. They observe him with serene expressions, their presence indicating guidance and mentorship. Shortly after, Luke Skywalker approaches and joins Finn in meditation. Finn opens one eye to see him and grins before regaining focus. The Force ghosts also join them in meditation. Finn begins to experience glimpses of past events subtly flashing through his mind, seeing the lessons and experiences being shared through the Force. Suddenly, Finn's eyes snap open. His brow furrows with a mix of apprehension and curiosity. A palpable, strange feeling emanates from the dense, overgrown jungle nearby, pulling at him almost. He feels drawn towards a dark cave, barely visible just beyond the mist. Finn leaves the meditation circle and stands before the entrance of the cave. He hesitates, uncertainty etched on his face. Suddenly, with a gentle glow, the Force ghost of Yoda appears beside him, looking wise and ancient. Finn turns to Yoda with an unsettled, yet slightly curious expression. I've never been here before. What is this place? What's inside?
Only what you take with you.
Yoda gives Finn a nod of encouragement, indicating that he must enter the cave. Inside the pitch-black cave, lit only by dim, natural light, Finn stands ready. Suddenly, emerging from the shadows is Kylo Ren in a menacing stance. Before Finn can react, a dark-side version of Rey, clad in dark robes with a more aggressive stance, emerges directly from Kylo Ren's robes, her lightsaber ignited. Lunging at him, Finn instinctively blocks Rey's attack and pushes her back. He suddenly drops his guard and shifts to a more defensive, non-aggressive pose. He looks at Dark Rey with a profound sorrow and love. While his lightsaber is still active, he is not prepared to use it. No, I won't fight you, Rey.
Then you will die!
The dark side Rey lunges at Finn aggressively. Finn completely surrenders his defense, his lightsaber completely deactivated. He extends his arms and, stepping forward, embraces the dark side Rey in a tender, loving hold. The moment their forms connect, Rey's aggressive posture falters, and the illusion of both her and Kylo Ren wavers, shimmers, and then dissipates into thin air, leaving Finn standing alone in the cave, a profound sense of peace settling over the space. Finn emerges from the dark side cave back into the misty swamps, the sun now shining more light into the murky swamps. He looks relieved and a little stunned, but waiting for him are Luke and the Force Ghosts, who are now smiling warmly and proudly at him. It is a moment of profound acceptance and approval.